Also, my favourite citrus fruit is Colombo. My name's Chrissy. I'm the one your mother warned me about. Not because I'll break your heart, I'm just financially unstable and not very domestic. Don't hear many parents to you say to their children, you know what I want for you, my son. The one thing I would choose for you, my boy, my little prince, before I die. It would be for you to get together with a moderately successful circuit comedian. And if I could build this woman from scratch, a fantasy, a pipe dream for you, my angel, my only son. I would want her to be a divorced single mother with moderate to severe mental health problems. Preferably depression and ADHD, so that on the rare occasions that she manages to get out of bed, is to say, my God, what an interesting moth. So yeah, that's me, Chrissy, Derbyshire. You might know me from, well, you won't know me. That's all right, isn't it? You'll get to know me. You'll get to know me over the course of this set. You'll get to know me. I'll get to know you. We'll build up a relationship. We'll fall in love. I'll start spending more and more time around your place eventually. We'll all agree that it's easier if I just move in. We'll get married in a small but dazzling civil ceremony. King will officiate. or if King can't make it, Nish Kumar. Eventually, inevitably, the spark will go out of the relationship. I'll start to suspect you've been watching other stand-up comedians. Whatever, it's fine. We'll divorce, but amicably. And then we'll just meet once a year at Christmas for the sake of the kids. All right? All right. There we go. It's good to have a plan. It's nice to have a plan. What else do I tell you about myself? In my life, I've worn many hats. I've worn many coats, I've worn many pants. And I've worn the same 3 comfortable bras on a cycle. Not on a cycle, but sitting. It is quite like, wearing a bra is quite like riding a bike. Not in the idiomatic sense, like you never forget how, although you would be hard-pressed to forget how to wear a bra. As far as garments go, they could hardly be more self-explanatory. But no, I think wearing a bra is a bit like riding a bike in the sense that I don't want to. I don't want to, I did today. But people tell me that it's better for the planet at large if I do make the effort. Obviously what I mean by wearing many hats, in fact, is that in my life I've taken on many different roles. Now, you might think, after that clever bit of misdirection earlier, that I'm about to launch into a bit about bread rolls. And full disclosure, I did think of it, but I thought it was lazy. It's lazy comedy, we're better than that. Also, like, we all know, don't we, narratively, where this is going. Like, we know that I'm building up to some material about having had a varied work, career trajectory. No disrespect to you as an audience, but I feel like we've already lost quite a lot of time on that. Due to you getting distracted. To be absolutely clear, in my life, I have done lots of different things for money. And the fact that I've settled on my job being telling little jokes should give you an idea of how well suited I was to the employment market. Not very. Not very. So that, I've done loads of things. I worked in a sports shop, which for a person who can name 2 sports, football and robot wars, wasn't the best idea, but I did it. I worked in lots of different jobs. I did lots of different admin jobs. Admin, a thing which I look perfect for and am shit at. I did loads of them. I did other things as well. I was a ghost tour guide. I was a film and TV extra. I was paid, bear with me, I was paid to pretend to find out that I had a life-changing disease, to help train medical students, not to just respond with warm thoughts and prayers. Someone gets paid for that! And that time it's me! I've also had lots of jobs online, as many of us do these days. One of my online jobs wasn't too bad. For a little while, I was an online beta tester, or or as we call it colloquially, a dominatrix. Yeah. For a little while I was a part-time online freelance dominatrix, a thing which, again, I look perfect for, and in this case, I'm quite good at, yes. All online too, the things I can do these days. We have the technology, which was good for me, partly because, obviously, I think I'm quite good with words. I also have a pretty good typing speed, which is not essential but desirable for the role. And also good for me because in person, you know, I've usually got crisps in my hair. I am only glamorous from a significant distance, if that. So doing it all online via DMs was ideal for me. Not a difficult job either. Typically, a man would pop up, as it were. A man would pop up and he'd say something along the lines of, "Oh, mistress, what are you wearing?" And I'd answer him, of course, Little Mermaid pyjama top and fuzzy leggings. And I go, laugh at my joke, press backspace lots of times because I'm old. And I'd put in the real answer, "None of your business, little man." And then he'd just send me a picture of his willy, transfer me 20 quid. For calling him the same thing I call my cat. My cat, of course, the real man in my life. His name's Bernard. I thought I was being quite clever, quite original, quite cute, giving him a just some guy kind of name. But it turns out there's a bit of a trend these days for giving cats names that sound like they're just a bloke you met down the pub. Like, you might go around a friend's house and see, for instance, the most beautiful, clear, blue-eyed ragdoll cat. It's gorgeous, it's sumptuous, it's all lush fur and deep purrs. It looks like the kind of thing that someone might wear. You know, if they were awful. You find yourself producing open tins of tuna that you didn't even have on your person to begin with. Your body's just producing them like a biological imperative brought on by how beautiful this cat is. And it's got a little glint of evil in its eye, but you know that you'd die for it. You'd kill for it. And you say, "My God, stunning cat." And your friend says, "Yep, that's Ian." He's a dickhead. Dogs, on the other hand, dogs are treated like gods in this country. And you know, fair play, from a spelling perspective, not a big loop. Also fair play because dogs are lovely, aren't they? Even as a cat person, I can understand why dogs are so loved in this country. But sometimes you'll go around a friend's house and you'll see their dog. Or at least you've been reliably informed that it's a dog. If you didn't know better, you might think it was a very old, dirty, threadbare hand puppet that's been turned inside out. Or an octopus that's been dropped on a sticky rug. It looks like it's been long dead, it's been buried, it's been dug up again. It smells like that too, but unaccountably it's still moving. It's either got no eyes or too many eyes, depending on which angle you're looking at that. You can't tell which part of it is which. You think you see its tongue lolling about, but then it puts weight on it. That's its leg. It looks like if it threw up, and that's a small if. If it threw up, you might accidentally leave the vomit, scrape up the dog. That's what it looks like. But you, because you're British and you're polite, of course you say, "Oh, what a lovely dog." And your friend says, "I know. This is Angel. He's a Shih Tzu Pug Doberman cross. He's the most beautiful thing in my life." And at that point you can kind of see where they're coming from, because you've seen pictures of their baby. You've been absolutely lovely. I unfortunately have been Chrissy Derbyshire. Thank you. Sorry, please ignore me. I wasn't here. You too.